Gallatin National Forest Avalanche Center is urging people to be prepared if you are heading out into the backcountry anytime soon. Snowpack all across the Rockies has been weak this season. This past weekend, 3 skiers in Colorado were killed in a backcountry slide, and 1 snowmobiler was killed in a southwest Wyoming avalanche. Matt, you caught up with these avalanche guys?
I did, and things are a little dangerous out there. The guys at the Avalanche Center, we had a chance to catch up, talk about our conditions as we were going through the next couple of days. Now, one thing that the guys did say was talking about this new fresh snow that's coming in. We're dealing with a lot of wind, and the wind is kind of shifting how this snowpack is setting up. That means that some of the areas that may have weak snowpack are getting additional weight on the snow, and that's allowing this snow to shift. So it looks like that stuff will continue on. Here's a look at what they had to say.
Good day. I'm joined by Doug Chabot from the Gallatin National Forest Avalanche Center. Different year, but kind of dealing with some really interesting stuff right now.
Yeah, this year is shaping up to not be so great for avalanches. We had that early season snow in October, then it didn't snow much in November. And so the snow that's on the ground is 1 to 2 feet deep, and it's mostly sugary facets, which is weak snow. It's not going to hold much weight before it starts to avalanche. And that's kind of what we're seeing today.
And that, as we're going through the week, I mean, we're looking at Christmas just, a couple of days away. People are going to want to get out and check things out. They need to be checking what's going on in these areas.
Right, because what's happening right now is finally we're getting snow. And so everyone's, me included, I'm pretty excited about it. Yet that new snow is creating instability. In fact, yesterday I was down out of West Yellowstone in the Lionhead area, and we were able to intentionally trigger these 2 avalanches. Let me show you some pictures on that.
This isn't uncommon. I mean, you're dealing with an area that does tend to pick up a lot of snow.
Yes, and so we see this sort of regularly, but I have to say that the conditions we have right now are definitely on the bad side of things. Like, we don't see it this bad all the time. In this photo here, that is Dave Zinn, the other forecaster, and he triggered that from about 50 feet away. So he was standing away, and the whole slope went ka-woomph and crack shot out, and he triggered this avalanche. This is an avalanche that happened naturally around Cook City. And then this one here, that's me. I triggered that one from about 70 feet away. So anytime we're able to trigger avalanches from a distance, that means it's extra sensitive and really unstable. And so here you can see the crown line where it actually broke is only about 1.5 feet deep, but it's sitting on top of this really weak snow. So we expect with more snow, more wind, we're going to get more avalanches.
And this is part of what we always talk about, avalanche safety. We talk about it every single year. Go out with partners, make sure you have all the tools, the probes.
Right. Yeah, shovel, probe, and a beacon. Mm-hmm. And the big thing that we see is, people carry that stuff, but maybe they haven't practiced with it. And you really have to practice because when an accident happens, if you need to do a rescue, the difference between getting your partner out of the snow and not really boils down to you being able to use your beacon really effectively.
All right, perfect. Doug Chabot from the Gallatin National Forest Avalanche Center, thank you for joining us.
Thanks a ton, Matt.